Podcast City Network. You're listening to The Brad Chandler Show.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Brad Chandler Show. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Brad Chandler Show or twitter.com/Brad Chandler Show. And also make sure to check out the website, bradchandlershow.com. There's a lot of good content on there. I put a lot of bands, music up there. Typically, some of the stuff is from Bandcamp, but I'll put a couple of songs from bands that, like I like their my favorite song or something by a said band. So go check that out. A lot of content there. And with me today, I have a band from Scotland. Did I have the little Scottish accent there or no?
Yeah,
or I just sounded like an asshole.
Yeah, no, that's pretty spot on.
Okay, so we got a band from Scotland, and guys, the guys are in a band called Trucido, and I want to welcome you guys to the show. Thank you so much for coming on. How are we doing today?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, good, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely no problem, man. And I have to kind of make an admission here. I don't remember if I ended up hitting you guys up or if you guys hit me up.
Yeah, so you put the message out and we dropped you the link for the Bandcamp.
I think it was through a Facebook thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. I actually ended up getting a couple of my stuff deleted from that group on Facebook. I don't understand why. Like all I'm trying to do is help unsigned bands and whatnot. But we ended up talking to each other. I ended up listening to the tracks that you guys had up on your Bandcamp. Fucking killer shit, dude. And I was impressed to find out that it was two guys. How old are you?
Yeah. How old do you think we are?
If I'm looking at Stuart through his Facebook, I'm going to go like 19 or 20.
10 years.
Yeah.
So you're 20, you're 29.
I'm 30.
Yeah,
okay.
We're both 30.
Yeah.
It's both 30. Well, I'm 37, so I've got a horrible I can't tell how old people are, and I get the people that say, "Oh, you look like you're in your 20s." I'm like, "You're fucking stupid." So the shit that you guys have on your Bandcamp, let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. I should have probably pulled this up before I started the episode, but and here we go. So you guys have a 5-song or a 4-song, 4 songs up on your Bandcamp right now. The name of it is called Macabre Illusion. You have Macabre Illusion, Callous Lobotomy, The Odious Oath, and The Stench of Human Remains. Now, The Stench of Human Remains, without even actually listening to that song, I'm already thinking Cannibal Corpse. So I want to know what are some of the bands that you guys grew up listening to?
Well, I think we can both I can speak on both of us. We kind of grew up listening to Metallica, and then going from Slayer, things like that. The big four: Anthrax, Megadeth,
that's a big one.
And then kind of going more extreme, we both love the band Death. Cannibal Corpse, things like that, Obituary, Suffocation, all these kind of bands. Just kind of more older school, like Dayside, bands like that. The kind of older style of death metal or extreme metal, But I mean, you sure likes quite a lot of the more newer stuff.
On you
go.
I was going to say bands like Black Dahlia Murder.
I got a Black Dahlia Murder tattoo on the back, on my back.
Have you?
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys after we're done recording. But
I was going to ask to see it, but no, definitely. What's your favorite album?
So I get so many people that ask me this. Unhallowed was the first album I ever listened to. I got into them at that point. And here's a little fun fact. Now, back when MySpace was a thing, I was the one that actually started their MySpace page. I started theirs. I started theirs and Cattle Decapitation, and Cattle Decapitation was pretty cool about it. The Black Dahlia Murder, not so much. And they were pretty pissed at me because I put their version of Paint It Black up there. So every time they went to go play somewhere, you know, they had 800 and something thousand people that were like friends on MySpace. And so like now they go to a show, they play a show. People are like, oh, hey, can you play that Paint It Black cover? And they got tired of it. So I apologize, guys. But I have to say, like, the first 3 albums are my favorite, and I get a ton of shit for this. But I like Unhallowed simply because it was kind of different at the time. It was kind of like metalcore, deathcore-ish type death metal, you know, whatever. But then when they came out with Miasma, that was when I was talking with Zach. They were actually recording with their second drummer, and him and I actually were talking back and forth. So I was getting a little bit of a feedback and stuff on how the album was going. So I'm always going to be connected to that album. But out of the 3, if we're going to talk musically, I'm going with Nocturnal. I think that, you know, their music's always going to be great. I love all their music. But I just have a connection with those first 3. And, you know, I love Shannon Lucas. I think Shannon Lucas was like the perfect drummer for them. So, but enough about what I listen to. What's your favorite album from them then?
Nocturnal, or I really like Miasma as well. I know they catch a lot of shit about the lyrics and stuff on that album, but I really like Miasma as well. Probably because it is quite early on, it's quite raw. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Nocturnal as well, to be honest. It's
Climatic Degradation was probably my favorite song.
Yeah.
And it's just they right at the beginning they just started. It's just like snare. You know, it's like and then the blast beat like right away. So that always caught my attention.
Even I don't know if it's as popular, but Abysmal as well. I love Abysmal. I love the album. It's probably not as well known or as sort of talked about, but I really like the album as well. The new one. I was actually just listening in here today. It's insane as well.
It's definitely a good album. I love it too. They have a lot of songs where it's just like, yeah, you know, I can bob my head to this. This is pretty cool, you know. And but like I was saying, dude, it's like you come up, you listening to this band. They just have incredible stuff, like, you know, Unhallowed, pretty good, whatever, you know. Love that album, but then they get a little bit better when they go to Miasma. And then they get even better when they go to Nocturnal. Now, when they ended up going to Ritual, I was just like, you know, they got really, really good, but I think they started going like a completely different way than their original sound.
Yeah, polished. Yeah,
it's still good. It's not saying that it's not good. It's just it's not the stuff that that I liked from them.
Yeah.
And I got a buddy of mine that him and I have gotten into an argument for the Black Dahlia Murder, and I told him, you know what, you can like the shit that you like, and I'll like the shit that I like. You know, I like all the Black Dahlia Murder, but if I'm gonna pick a favorite album, it's Nocturnal. But so Black Dahlia Murder, you know, Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, Death, great bands. What about Carcass? Carcass?
Early Carcass, I suppose. Again, he was. It's a different kind of form of singing, that really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I can definitely, you'd probably be the same. I can definitely listen to it, and I do like it, but it's not one of those where I could sit down and say this song, this album, this album. But,
fair enough. I got you. I definitely hear where you're going with that. So we got a couple of the bands that you guys listen to and whatnot. What got you? Actually, let me start over. What instruments do you guys play for the band Trucido?
Well, I play bass and I sing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I do the other stuff, the guitars and the drums.
So, do you actually play drums, or is that like a program?
It's called GGD. Yeah, good drums.
Yeah. Okay. So, when did you guys start playing together?
The other one was 14.
Yeah, I mean, I've known Stuart. Well, we've both known each other for a long time, and we've always been into lots of different kinds of music and things like that. And we started Trucido. Well, Trucido was more of a kind of thrash band back in the day when we used
Definitely
to
not thrash now.
No, well, we had we wrote our own stuff back in the day. It was more kind of like satanic thrash, actually.
Okay.
We used to play quite a lot, but we were just a three-piece band at the time. And I didn't really do any of the kind of lower singing. It was more kind of the higher end stuff I would do. It was only really recently, like during the lockdown, when I was kind of experimenting more with the singing and things like that. I thought, I can start doing lower stuff. I just prefer the kind of darker sound to death metal. So
even back then, we still had like some of the like when we used to play shows, we'd do some covers. Like we used to do Crystal Mountain by Death. We'd do Trucido by Sepultura. So we still had some of that sort of. I know Sepultura is not death metal really, but like the death stuff, and that was sort of that kind of.
I'll give them their credit, man. They're super metal. So I mean, like you can't just be like, oh, they're not death metal. It's like, okay, whatever.
Exactly.
Well, there is an element.
What was that?
I'm saying there is an element. They've got that kind of darker side.
Oh, absolutely, man. And if you go back and you like listen to like some of their stuff, you can definitely hear like their stuff their stuff being so dark.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And just on a side note, by the way, I don't know if you checked them with Jack, but they've got that the drummer is it Eloy Casagrande. If you've not heard him on YouTube playing those Metallica covers and stuff, you need to watch him. He's a beast. He hits so hard as well.
I don't follow so much of Sepultura because it seems like a lot of the members, the members have been like, I don't really know how to say it. Like they go through members. Max left, then his brother ended up leaving, and the only real original member of the band, is what the fuck's his name? The guitarist, and Andres. And so like I appreciate what they have done for music, especially down in Brazil and whatnot. But I don't listen to a lot of Sepultura. I also don't listen to a lot of Soulfly either. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not that big into Soulfly, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I mean,
drummer, he does like a cover of Battery. He does a few things. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. I think he's quite a young guy as well, and he's an absolute beast.
And I'll check it out. I mean, if he's covering other stuff, I'm not that too into the Sepultura thing, and like Soulfly. I've seen them a couple times. I've never actually seen Sepultura, but I won't shit on them. I'm not saying that they suck or anything. I'm just saying, I'm personally not a fan.
No, it's fair enough. Definitely.
If you listen to Beneath the Remains, you might change your mind.
Yeah, definitely. It's great.
Is that one of the? Okay, I was about to ask. Is that one of their albums? Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. I maybe it's gotten to the point where like I didn't give them enough of a chance, and okay, I'm sorry, guy, but it is. But whatever. I'm not gonna like be like fuck Sepultura like I'm saying fuck Stained. So but let's get back to you guys. You guys been playing. You said how long since you were 14?
Probably, yeah. I mean,
on and off kind of thing.
Yeah, it kind of all started. Jack's been playing maybe a year or two longer than me, but there was a school band that Jack used to play in, and that kind of inspired me to pick up the guitar. And then I first started learning, I'd go around to Jack's house and I, would play for him the Bell Tolls, and we'd play, the sort of generic Metallica kind of songs that used to. And then and just kind of went on from there. And then a couple of years went by and we started Trucido really, where we started writing our own stuff. But really, when we were 17, it kind of finished. Jack went away to college. I went away to Glasgow to do my own thing, and then it was only in the last year or so we really started picking it up again. We've done a Death tribute album, which is on Spotify.
Oh, really?
So it's like 10 of our sort of favorite Death tracks. And then we done.
Is it under Trucido?
Yeah,
It's on Spotify. Yeah,
It's the album's called Death Comes Slow, a tribute to death.
I think it's actually only one. There's not many death tributes out there, so it'll be quite easy to find.
Yeah, I have it up. I love the cover.
Ah, thanks. Yeah, we're really proud of that, aren't we? I mean,
Yeah,
again, it's just sort of both done it. Like I do all the guitars and then drums at my bit, and then I send Jack the tracks, and then he does his vocals and bass and mixes them and puts his own magic on it. He's got the ear for the mixing and things. But we've done that, and then we've done a couple of random songs, and then we decided to do some Metallica covers, but in the kind of
death metal style.
Yeah, exactly. So it's in the sort of lower tuning, but it's got the sort of death metal vocals on it, if you like, and we're really proud of those as well.
Really good.
We're really happy with how those came out, and I was writing some stuff. It's different. It's sort of different to the stuff that we've got on the EP, and we kept saying it'd be good to find time where we could maybe get together and do stuff, and then we just started sending each other riffs, and it kind of went for there, and that's just kind of how it goes.
Well, this is actually the first time I've seen Robson for about a year.
Yeah.
Like
oh,
today.
really?
Yeah.
Well, over here, like the COVID restrictions have kind of eased a little bit. So this is like the first time I've been able to kind of see him. Otherwise, it's always just been over Dropbox or WhatsApp or something like that. So.
Jesus Christ, man, that sucks, man. I know I've had a couple people on from I had a band from the UK on, and they were telling me that they literally haven't basically left their house unless it's to go get groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was like that. It was like that here for a long time.
Yeah. We've been quite lucky. I mean, this time I think this is the third lockdown, but the first lockdown I was off until July, and then I've been working since then again, Jackie. Well, you've been working all the way through, really, haven't you? So you've still been managing to keep busy, but yeah, it's pretty much stay in your house, go to work, if you can, go shopping, and that's it. That's it. You can't meet anybody or.
That's really all it's been. Over here, it's been a lot looser. I've been working basically the entire time. My girlfriend she's a CNA, a certified nurse's assistant, and she's been working the entire time. And I'm just like, man, what the fuck? What do I do? Like, if she comes home and she's got the COVID, what happens? And I'm just like, fuck, man. Or what happens when, if I catch the Rona and I give it to her and she doesn't know it, and then she goes to fucking work, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That shit runs through my mind. And luckily enough, since the beginning of this, both of us and whatnot, neither one of us have actually caught it. So,
I've been kind of the same as you as well. My fiance works in a care home over here, so it's kind of the same. It's like I keep thinking, I've got to be careful. What if I brought it home and she got it and took it into the care home? So that's why I've just tried to be as careful as I could as well. Obviously you follow the guidelines, but I've really tried to be as strict as I can with it. But
it sucks to hear you guys like you who are in a band and whatnot can't do anything. And like you said, it's been almost a year since you've seen them and shit, and that's crazy. It's weird to hear how people are in different parts of the world, especially right now, because we didn't have that type of lockdown. We had that lockdown where it was all right, put a mask on.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot stricter. It's true, but the thing as well is, I suppose it's modern technology as well, what you can actually do on two laptops, a couple of interfaces, and your instruments. And it's amazing what you can do. It'd be nice if we had this maybe 15, 20 years ago. It would have been, a different thing altogether. But it is. It's amazing what you can do nowadays. It sucks, but on the same token, we've still managed to keep busy doing this as well, which is always a good thing. So.
I mean, it was all recorded on a £300 laptop, So.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it sounds good. I'm not gonna lie. I like the entire I don't. When it comes to LPs or EPs or CDs or albums or whatever, I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. So I just say it's a 4-song.
Yeah.
It's a 4-song digital album that's on Bandcamp.
Yeah, definitely.
So
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say there is. We finished another song pretty much, so that'll be up in the next couple of weeks or however long. That's nearly finished, and then we've got another one in the works that we've got ideas for. So it's going to be, we sort of said from the start, if it works well, we'll do 6 songs, and that kind of feels like it's going to be about right, I think. So so that there will be 6 songs for it going up. So definitely keep an eye on the Bandcamp page, and
we'll put it up on Spotify then as well. Once it's all
exactly.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, I actually forgot about Bandcamp for like the longest time until I started actually doing this podcast. I was like, where can I find music that isn't on Spotify? And then like I'm going through, and it was probably like the second weekend. I'm like, well, fuck's sakes, man. There's fucking Bandcamp. Like, why am I not looking on there? I literally went on Bandcamp and I found like so many fucking bands on there that like you won't just like come across on Spotify, or like I wouldn't have found you guys if it wasn't for the fact that I ended up saying something in that Facebook group. And I think that's pretty fucking cool. I just wish that there was more groups out there where they weren't so strict on like, hey, he's in a podcast. We don't want him promoting a podcast in here. No, dude, I'm not promoting a podcast. I'm just saying, hey, I run a podcast. I want a band on. That's it. I don't fucking care. Like, I don't do this for me to get recognized. I do this to help bands. That's it. Like I'm not trying to fucking get monetization or anything out of this. I'm trying to help you dudes, get a couple followings from me, get me some followers, and then those followers will end up like, hey, this dude's got some good taste in music. Let's listen to some of the shit that he's found. And so that's my whole point with this. And I'm glad that you ended up actually reaching out to me. I gotta say, which one's Stuart? Is Stuart the one in the white?
Yeah, I'm Stuart.
Oh, Stuart's the one in the black shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot different than the picture.
The internet's a great thing.
Yeah, you look kind of. I'm not saying it to be a dick. You look a little preppy in that picture. But so at 14, you guys been playing. I couldn't tell. I wouldn't have been able to tell like how long you guys were playing. That shit sounds tight as fuck. I love it. It's got a super like Cannibal Corpse vibe to it. The Stench song is fucking like definitely the Stench of Human Remains song. It definitely has that vibe, especially from the fact that like you got the title that would like I would expect to be on a Cannibal Corpse song. I listened to the fucking vocals. You got it. It just we'll end up listening to that. You guys have going on that we need to be prepared for.
Sorry, say that again. I think you broke up there.
What do you guys have going on that we need to be prepared for as fans or people who are roaming the internet?
Let me take it.
Yeah, on you go.
So, I mean, at the minute, just with everything going on, I'll be honest with you, we've kind of got it's kind of got about a bit more than when we kind of thought. I mean, at the start, this is sort of for fun, it's just music that we really wanted to make. We've been saying for so long we wanted to, do these songs, and to be honest, the reception's been really, really good. Like we've been kind of overwhelmed with everything that we've got. Obviously, PR companies, this and that, and what have you. And I mean, we've definitely got ideas of musicians to step in should we wish to kind of do something further with it, as in gigs or whatever. I mean, the idea was, we're going to get this 6-song EP done, get it finished, get it on Spotify, and then maybe start pushing it and doing things, and we'll maybe see from there. I mean, I'm quite keen if we can, to get it out there, and if the opportunity arises to do some gigs or whatever with it, we definitely will. The problem is now is, compared to like 15 years ago, we're 30-year-olds with mortgages and fiancés and stuff. So jobs. So it's a bit more difficult now than
being an adult.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, like 15 years ago, or like say, 14, 13, whatever, you just say, fuck it, got nothing else on, we can just go and do whatever, just give it a go. But now it's a bit more tie-in. But that's not to say if the opportunity arose that we wouldn't do something really cool, so but yeah, I suppose this 6-song EP, we've got this coming up to keep an eye out, and I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think we'll necessarily be finished there for sure. I mean, I think we've probably got a lot more that
I would
we
say
can
so, yeah.
to offer, and a lot more ideas. And
I mean, it just started out as, you know, like boredom and lockdown, you know, and it just kind of grew from there. And you know, as Stuart was saying, you know, there's been a lot of positive response to it, because I really don't think there's a lot of kind of that kind of death metal out there nowadays, like that kind of older school sound. You know, I think a lot of bands nowadays, especially the extreme metal, like they try and be as extreme and as violent as they can be, you know. But we just kind of wanted to do.
yeah,
I think it's maybe a fresher take on the genre itself, you know.
that's it. Try to do something different. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, definitely. Like, I know you're saying obviously we're not thrash anymore, but if you listen to some of the riffs, there is sort of still that a little bit of a thrash element in some of the songs. Some of the riffs, and
I
we're
definitely
not thrash though. I know what you're saying. Yeah,
I can definitely catch that vibe and whatnot. Now, so what you're basically saying is that you're not trying to make this into like where you're gonna go out, get a couple more members, and then start playing out once the whole pandemic situation goes is finished.
Well, no, I mean we wouldn't rule that out. You know, if once we get this EP and things like that finished, you know, there is like, for example, there is a really good drummer that we could get to stand in, and then it would just be a case of, you know, like rehearsing intensely, and then, you know, getting out playing some shows and things like that. I mean that could be the goal, you know, even, you know, if you're just playing the weekends or something like that, and just take it from there.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would love to like see like a music video or some shit from you guys. See what kind of concept you guys can come up with your songs, like for the videos and stuff like that. And you know, like I said, man, like I'm not shoving my nose up your ass and trying to fucking brown nose or anything, but you guys got some talent, and I really do enjoy what I've heard so far. I didn't know that you guys had that death cover on Spotify, or else I would have checked that out. I'll have to check it out as soon as we're done here. But you know, I hope COVID doesn't fucking keep you guys from pursuing more things. I'm pretty sure that you guys would be fucking jamming and doing all this shit right now during COVID if there wasn't like that lockdown in Scotland. But you know,
thank you. I appreciate the kind words there. It's it's good. Thank you.
Yeah, and everybody out there, if you get a chance, please go check out Trucido on Bandcamp. Go buy their 4 songs. I don't know what it translates into in American dollars, but it's 4 pounds, I believe. Right? Is that it?
Yeah.
So here, let me see. 4 pounds translates
$5-ish.
into what for dollars? I use Google for absolutely fucking everything. Yeah, it's $5.50, and I'll tell you right now, it's worth every fucking penny.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You guys have some great shit going on. Is there anything else that you guys would like to discuss or talk about? You know, talk about obviously, but is there anything else you'd like to drop for the people that are listening?
Just go and check us out.
Yeah,
if you like
definitely.
old school death metal, and you know,
I think we're the band for you, definitely. Something a bit fresher, definitely.
Do you guys have like a Twitter? Do you have like a Facebook page where people can follow what you're doing? Things like that?
Yeah, we've got Facebook, facebook.com/Trucido Metal. We do have a link tree as well where you can go into our YouTube. It's got our Facebook, our Spotify, everything on there, but I can't remember the name for it. But you can get it through our Facebook. So you go on facebook.com/Trucido Metal. That's it. And you can get a link tree on there as well, which will take you to all our other websites. You can go and check our Metallica covers out on YouTube as well.
All the songs are on YouTube as well,
Yeah.
and you'll get all the links from the YouTube. So
yeah,
that might be the best thing for people to do.
Definitely.
And I also want to make sure that people know to go ahead and check you guys out on Bandcamp, because that right there is going to help you guys out a little bit. People have to, you know, $5 for 4 songs. It's not bad. So definitely go ahead and check that out. We're actually going to check out a couple of songs from the guys, and I don't know which one is actually playing first because I didn't put like a video or any type of picture to it. So we're going to find out together what song I'm playing. So, guys, it was an absolute pleasure having you on. I hope to talk to you guys in the near future, and hope to hear more from you guys. You guys have some fucking killer shit. And also, please just make sure to stay right there, because after the songs are played and whatnot, I'll come back and talk to you guys a little bit outside of the broadcast. Okay.
Thanks again, bro.
Thanks
Appreciate
very much.
it. Yeah,
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, no problem, guys. An absolute pleasure. Definitely go ahead and check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/Brad Chandler Show. Check out the website. That's bradchandlershow.com. And here we go. We have some music from Trucido.
Now